morning, everyone, and welcome to CVHP News. I'm Sonora Scott. It's Wednesday, January 29th. Well, land and livestock owners met in Eden for a symposium yesterday. Our Victor Glenn was there and has the details.
New rules are coming into effect which could impact many Concho Valley landowners and livestock producers. Rules from the US FDA, which began phasing in back in 2017, are intended to ensure proper use of antibiotics and quality of livestock. This and other topics were discussed at the Texas AgriLife Extension 2020 Producer and Landowner Symposium in Eden.
Our first speaker is Dr. Christopher Womack. He's a veterinarian in the San Angelo area, and he was talking today about our new antibiotics rule. That will come into effect, supposed to come into effect of 2020. Looks like it's going to be a little later, but basically you're going to need a vet's care prescription for injectable antibiotics.
Additionally, with wildfires being a major concern for the dry Concho Valley, controlled burns were also discussed. Though rules and permitting for burns vary county by county, they are recognized as useful.
Brush management and improved forage quality. And a little bit of information about how to actually plan and execute a burn. There has been shown in research studies to be about the only way, the only brush management with positive return on investment compared to chemical or mechanical treatment.
Other topics included forage quality and testing, helping to ensure both buyers and sellers get fair pricing and quality feed hay. Rainfall insurance and wildlife tax valuation were also covered, all important for landowners to understand.
It's important for landowners to come to these extension workshops, not only their continuing education units that you can pick up for those that are holding private applicator license, but it's always good to know what's coming down the pipeline so you can be aware before it gets here.
For continuing education information as well as additional landowner symposium sessions, visit the Texas AgriLife Extension webpage. Victor Glenn, KLST News.
Thanks, Victor. And speaking of agriculture, well, it's no secret the rodeo makes an impact on the city of San Angelo, but just how much? Our Amanda Lozano reports.
Lots and lots of people that come in from out of town for these events, not just competitors, but people that come in to watch.
Tens of thousands of people attend the San Angelo Stock Show and Rodeo. The event attracts folks from all over the Concho Valley and the country.
We have local regulars that come, week after week, day after day, but during rodeo we don't see any of those because we see what we call our regular rodeo stock show people.
An increase in visitors to the city means an increase in local business.
Rodeo is wonderful for us. We're on a main street getting to the fairgrounds, so it's always a boost in our business.
This first weekend we are pretty much sold out completely. Next weekend is good, and the final weekend we've got still a few rooms left, but we know that those will go quickly.
Any given week we sell about 5,000 pounds of meat a week, but during rodeo we sell about 10,000 pounds, if not more, of beef a week.
During this busy time of year, more staff is often brought in to keep operations running smoothly.
We sometimes have to bring in extra staff, extra supplies.
Our former employees, some of them, they come back to help us. We add extra staff, we add extra kitchen help.
We do have a lot of extra officers out there just strictly for traffic control to control everything going up around the Coliseum.
While the 3 weeks the rodeo is in town can be hectic for many business owners, they are happy to serve locals and visitors during an exciting time of year.
I think it's a hometown feel. I think it's what the community offers to those people coming in, that we welcome them with open arms and are always happy to have them and do what we can to support them.
For News Connection, I'm Amanda Lozano.
Great information. Thanks, Amanda. And another reminder that in case you didn't know, the rodeo starts tomorrow, and we have an app with all the information that you will ever need. Here's some instructions on how to use it.
Concho Valley Homepage has a simple solution to keep track of everything rodeo. Get score updates, maps, fairground and midway info, and so much more right in the app. Here's how to download the Concho Valley Homepage Rodeo app, sponsored by Drennan Real Estate Group. First off, go to cvhpdigital.com/rodeo. Then tap the box with the arrow. Scroll across and tap Add to Home Screen. Then enjoy everything the app has to offer. Sponsored by Drennan Real Estate Group.
All right, now how about the weather? Let's check in with Jay Martin, who's got a look at it. Good morning, Jay.
Well, this morning, it was a chilly one out there, low 30s for us, but we're going to be warming up nicely. Getting into the low 60s, still on the little bit of cooler side, but not freezing temperatures. But we are going to be seeing those coming back as we go into tonight and into your Thursday. Thursday, we're going to have a cold front come through, so starting out cold, and we'll keep it cold, we'll keep it cloudy, we're going to keep some rain chances with it. It is a pretty active cold front coming through on Thursday. Plenty of clouds, a few scattered showers, and some drizzles pretty much coming through in the afternoon, but then by Friday we'll start to clear it out as well, and then we'll see the weekend starting to clear out and warm back up. So you are going to have to get through a cold, dreary Thursday, a London fog kind of day, as I like to say on Thursday. That is because we're going to see highs getting into the low 40s, 45 for most of us, but we could see one or two a little bit cooler. Then Friday starting to warm back up. Definitely Saturday and Sunday. Lots of events going on this weekend. Thank goodness it's going to be sunny and warm, so I hope you guys get out there and enjoy.
All right, thanks, Jay. And I'm joined now by a wonderful guest. This is Dr. John Garrett. Hello, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we are talking all about this new book that came out. It's all about Goodfellow. Would you call it a book, or would you call it maybe like a historical, I don't know. What would you call it?
I'd call it a pictorial history. It's
Ooh,
called,
great.
the title is Goodfellow Air Force Base.
Yes.
And it's in the Arcadia Publishing produces this Images of America series, where, excuse me, the focus is heavily on pictures. So there's more than 200 pictures in there, and a lot of text, as much text as we could put in there. With this Images of America series, there's a lot of restrictions on how many words you could have for each chapter, each caption, that sort of thing. But the power of images to help the reader connect with the past, I think, is really important. It makes for a good read, and then we tried to run as much as we could a storyline straight through and hang the pictures onto that, so that the reader will have an idea about, they'll know how the base came to be, why it's here, what impact it's had nationally throughout the years, that sort of thing. So it covers just about all the 80 years of Goodfellow's existence, from 1940 until a year ago when we started writing it.
But all in pictures. That's fabulous, because that's the first thing I noticed when I looked at the book. I was like, wow, this is great. We actually get to see it. Tell me about all the work that went into it.
Well, we had a head start. And I say we, I keep saying we because there are two authors, myself and retired Chief Master Sergeant Tom Norrie, who unfortunately is under the weather this morning, so he couldn't join us. But the two of us had a lot of insight on the base going in. I began in 1989 as historian at Goodfellow. So I've been there since that time, except for a 3-year period I was over in Germany. Other than that, I've been historian there, so I had a little bit of a head start on writing this. And Tom, 33 years in the Air Force, active duty. He was stationed at Goodfellow for a total of about 6 years. He was in charge of an operational squad unit that we had there. He was a commandant at the NCO Academy that operated on Goodfellow for about 4 decades. And since that time, Tom's been, it's almost like constantly, since he retired, he's constantly engaged with things going on at the base. So the two of us had a head start. So that took away a lot of the work that would have had to go into it. But still, there was still a lot of work to do. We started writing it in February last year.
Oh.
And we finished in May. So it was pretty quick. And a lot of late nights.
I was about to say, but y'all, this is like us getting to pick your brain, basically, because all this knowledge you had because you lived it and you experienced it, and now it's just it's in a book, in book form. That's fabulous. So it's part of a bigger series.
It is, yeah. I don't know how many. I imagine there are hundreds of books in this series. There's someone, Jared Height, about a decade ago, wrote a 2-volume set on San Angelo. So, and it's
go ahead, show it, lift it up.
This is the book, and this is the series. It's from this series, and you can see there's a 2-volume set on San Angelo as well.
Yeah.
And in fact, I read one in the past on my hometown in Pennsylvania. There's one on that too. So, what the publisher tries to do is they just look for topics where maybe they can preserve some pictures, a lot of images, and tell the story of that community through the pictures.
Yeah, and that's so, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and that really speaks volumes, I think, when people can actually see what they're reading about and see just the history in pictures. It's great, I think.
Yes, yeah.
So are you
Totally
planning
agree.
to go around and do you have any events coming up where people can get your book?
Yes, we do. Well, it's on sale from like Amazon, for example.
Yeah.
In fact, it came out last Monday, the 20th, and within 2 days it was out of stock on Amazon.
Okay.
So it's
Y'all
back
are
in
popular.
it's back in stock, and it's actually cheaper than you get it cheaper than anywhere else. It's $24 from the publisher,
Okay.
ArcadiaPublishing.com, but it's $20 now on Amazon. The price has gone down. And I know Cactus Bookstore,
Okay.
in town has had, I don't know if they still do, but they had it on sale.
Yeah.
And I don't know if any, like Old Town Books, I don't know if they have it or any other places, but definitely Amazon. You can get it from them. And as for speaking events and promos, we are doing a book signing on February 11th at the ASU Library
Oh, great.
in the morning, I think about 10:30.
Okay.
And ASU also has a writers conference they do in the beginning of March, and Tom and I will be doing a session there.
Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, I love those. I used to go to them when I was in college there
Yeah.
at ASU, and there's just so much fun. And the public is invited to those, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, yes.
Yeah. So they can come by ASU, come see you, talk about it. I know we have a lot of folks who are fans of Goodfellow, and just the history of it and how it impacted San Angelo. So that's going to be a great opportunity for them y'all get to, talk a little bit about it.
Right, yeah.
Well, fabulous. So, okay, so give me the information one more time. It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. It's at ArcadiaPublishing.com and bookstores in town, maybe.
Perfect. Well, what do you hope people really, they pick up the book, they start looking at it. What do you really hope they get out of it?
I want them to get the history of Goodfellow. As I said, we didn't want to just do pictures with captions, although that's very much a part of the book. We wanted to tell the story, why the base is here, how much it's been a part of the community for 80 years. That's one of the reasons I think it went out of stock so quickly, is there's so many people in this town who are connected with it. Well, anyone under the age of 80 who's lived here has always had Goodfellow in their life.
Yeah.
It's always been here for their entire lives, and so many people in this town served on Goodfellow either as military or civilian. So there's just such a strong connection. And from the beginning, the city was instrumental in bringing the base here. And since that time, the city's supported it. More recently, with all the partnership programs we have between the city and the base, support's been phenomenal. So it's essentially their base, and here's its story, we hope.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So you being the historian, you research everything involved. What is it like for you when you come across maybe a photo that you didn't know about, or you find something, what is it like for you seeing it for the first time? Because
It's great. There's one photo that I really like. We got, most of the photos are in public domain. They're Air Force photos that when I was a historian on base, I had them in my archive there. So probably about 80% are like that, but we got a lot of really good photos from the West Texas collection that's at ASU, from the Standard Times. Matt McDaniel's been great, and Shannon Sturm at ASU. They've been great in helping us get photos, and a few other sources. But one of the ones from the Standard Times I was looking at, I really liked it. It shows this is when the base is being built. It's fall of 1940. It shows the chief engineer rather, sitting at his desk, and it's cold because it's December, and he's in a building, but there's no heat. So he has a leather jacket on, his hat, and he's sitting at his desk, poring over manuscripts of the base. Out the window, or blueprints, I'm sorry. Out the window you could see 1930 model cars next to buildings that are still under construction, and he's holding these blueprints. And when I was at Goodfellow, I had those blueprints in my office. Just pull out the drawer with all the old blueprints. So it's the same blueprints. For me, that was pretty cool.
What a connection!
Yeah.
That is fabulous. I'm sure it just makes you excited and to see it and get that connection. That's amazing. Wow. So what, just you being a historian, you realize the importance of history. What would you tell folks, just about the need to know our history?
Well, obviously, I think it's important.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing about history is its context. It provides context for anything, so that when you think about current problems, think about the future, you're not seeing things in isolation or seeing things like as a sample set of one, but you have a broader fabric context in which to place things. It also fuels your imagination so that you could imagine other possibilities as you look to the future. And there's a quote there's a lot of quotes about the importance of history. My favorite is from the former librarian of the Library of Congress. I don't know why his name just escaped me, but anyway, it was studying the future without knowledge of the past is like planting cut flowers.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Makes you think for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Do you have any final thoughts or messages for the people?
Oh gosh, no. I hope you enjoy the book. Well, we tried to make it it's not like a heavy, deep read. It's a lighter read, easy read. And Matt McDaniel, the editor at Standard Times, he said he read it in an evening. So at least that means it doesn't put you to sleep.
Yes, exactly. It's so entertaining that you're gonna want to keep going. That's fabulous. Well, thank you again, and we'll be keeping track of those events at ASU. We'll be looking forward to those as well. So get the book on Amazon or the publisher's website, Arcadia Publishing, and go see these guys at ASU and pick their brains a little bit more just about the history of Goodfellow. So thank you again so much. We appreciate you coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Oh, of course. And thank you all for joining us for CVHP News. Don't forget to follow us on social media and download our free app. All you have to do is search Concho Valley Homepage in your app store. Now, we're mixing things up a little bit because the rodeo is starting tomorrow. So we're not going to do CVHP News. We're going to do a different webcast from 1:30 to 2. So make sure you tune in. We're going to be out there on the fairgrounds, just getting into all kinds of trouble. It'll be myself and Jay Martin. So you know shenanigans will ensue there. So get ready for that. Every weekday, 1:30 to 2, we're going to be out there and seeing what we can get into. So we hope you all join us for that. But until then, we hope you have a great day. See you then.